Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo and you're watching another live video. This is the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, product views, and answers that you can use. Like an answer to the question, Chris, when are you going to get that peanut butter and jelly soda? And the answer is, I received it. Right here. I will enjoy this, potentially live on YouTube. Diana and I, my wife Diana.
Hi.
Who is currently going for Mexico.
They're playing today.
The World CPU.
Yeah, but when USA plays, I go for USA.
Okay, well that's good to know. I'm happy that your allegiances seem to be exactly where they should be. Yeah. Okay, so now that we got the World CPU news out of the way, Diana and I are going to be live streaming in the other YouTube channel, the vloggy YouTube channel, and trying fun foods and drinks. And we're going to call it Snack Time, or Sunday Snack Time, or Snack Time Sunday. Don't know if we're going to do it every weekend, maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, who knows. Either way, we would do it specifically to be able to connect with people in our community. That's for the vlog channel, so everybody can show up there. It's, that live stream will be for everybody. Just like the live stream, I'm going to be doing this Wednesday with Google I.O. happening live. I don't know if Google's going to be streaming the video of Google I.O. live, but I plan on doing what I did for Apple's WWDC announcements. I'll have headphones on my ears, and I'll be relaying my take on the news as Google kind of announces it. And I've got something incredibly special planned for that live stream on Wednesday. So everybody's going to be able to tune in for that. If you want to watch the other live streams, the regular old TLDRs and Q&A with you and me, you can become a patron, and I'm very happy to say that we are now at 877 patrons. We are this close to 900 patrons. I don't know what it's going to take to get to that little place, but I just learned today, Patreon, which is the redirect from chrispirillo.com, and yes, PayPal is accepted. Patreon is going to be turning on special features in the coming months, including chat. We may be able to bring chat back just for patrons. And the way they talked about implementing it in their live stream today sounded fantastic. Like, I could be out and about, and I can press chat with patrons, click, and then it'll be like a 15-minute dynamic live chat that you get a push notification in a special app on your phone. Huh? Isn't that pretty cool? Or, I don't know how we'll figure it out. I'll do it here, I'll press the button here, and then show it on the screen as I'm doing the live stream so that people can... We'll figure it out. It'll be fun to do. Either way, there's more interactive things coming down the pike specifically for patrons, including bonuses. You saw the OMG went out this morning. It was John's take on what OMG could be, and it seems like a lot of people had good feedback for that. Some people don't like it. I think it's a great idea. It may take a while to take off, but don't worry. I'm doing my best to continue to produce not just for patrons, but for everybody. I've got another video that I gave to patrons over the weekend, and they love it. It's a little 1-minute gadget video, and I'm thinking about doing that maybe once a week. And, of course, patrons would get an exclusive sneak peek to that, and they did. And they seemed to like the idea. So that may be coming out on Wednesday. Just telling you kind of what's coming down the pike. Also on Wednesday, any YouTuber out there, do you have a YouTube channel? You're trying to grow your YouTube channel? Cool. I'm thinking about doing weekly webinars. These are separate things. You can check out webinar.chrispirillo.com if you want to attend that. That's happening live on Wednesday, and we'll be making the archives available. The content for those webinars is specifically for other YouTubers, giving my suggestions and advice and how I've navigated in my ideas and thinkings about how you can grow your community and support the community. Now, now that I got all that out of the way, Aaron Swartz, I met him once at a dinner of sorts, and I was very grateful to have met Aaron when he was still around. He was a tremendous advocate for openness and a huge proponent for making everything that needed to be available. So, for example, if public funds were creating a project and creating research, the results of the research should become public as well. Now, I want to take this point. So Aaron Swartz, his documentary, The Internet's Own Boy, is currently available for CC licensing. It's a pre-order today. If you want to see the documentary, The Internet's Own Boy, which you should watch, if you're on the internet, you should know who Aaron Swartz is. And I wanted to bring this up, if only because I thought it was fantastic news. I caught this on Boing Boing over the weekend. The link for everybody, by the way, is in this video's description. It was, I think, also over the weekend. Did I do something over the weekend where I said, yeah, the live stream. I had a live stream this weekend. I don't know if you guys watched it, but there was something that I mentioned, and there's a big difference between information and knowledge. And some people say that, you know, well, all content should be free. Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, all content is like information. So this image, this comic here, drawn by Gaping Void, and if you're not following him, you should be. This guy is just an absolute genius. So he did this comic comparing information to knowledge. I tweeted it out and tagged him this morning. Information, all these dots. And then knowledge, right here, someone's connecting the dots for you. And that's the big difference. You can see me reflecting. Hey, hi. Hey, it's Pirilloception there with the little reflection in the screen. This is a huge deal. Information, that's a lot of what the free content is. Whereas knowledge is a bit more valuable. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, I've started to publish a lot of my insight and blog posts privately just to the patrons. Today, I'm going to give my thoughts on Google I/O, what I expect to happen, what I want Google to do. So if you want my thoughts on that, the link for you is in the video's description. Amazon has updated its iOS video app, which I'm a fan of. I'm an Amazon Prime member, proudly. Love Amazon Prime. I get an Amazon gift card pretty much every day. I use 2 services to get Amazon gift cards, go.tagjag.com/free apps and go.tagjag.com/free points. Big deal, huge deal if you're trying to earn free Amazon gift cards. Amazon's iOS app now you can get free first episodes plus HBO shows. So just download the app even if you're not a Prime member. And you'll get some bonuses right there. Amazon's just trying to get more and more people using the app, and I think it's a great idea. I think Amazon still has a ways to go with usability across all fronts, but I certainly appreciate them doing this. Now, speaking of, Microsoft. And this one shocked me. It really did. They're basically changing OneDrive, and not in a bad way. They're boosting free storage to 15 gigs. Big deal. But an even bigger deal is that if you have an Office 365 subscription, which I do, remember I picked it up to get Office 365 or the iPad Office apps on the iPad. So I paid like, what, $100, something like that, for a year's access. So now, not only do I get Office 365, but 1 terabyte worth of storage on OneDrive. Another reason you might want to get Office 365, not just for simpler licensing strategies cross-platform, but now up to 1 terabyte in storage, which I would say is pretty competitive. I use Copy, Dropbox. This might get me using OneDrive a bit more. Certainly, if I could figure out an easier way of getting files from point A to point B. Copy's kind of my backup plan. Copy.com, if you guys are using that. I seeded the referral link eons ago, and I've got like 19 terabytes worth of free storage. It's been great. But now, Office 365 personal users get 1 terabyte for free. Well, okay, it's not exactly for free. You got to be an Office 365 subscriber. But if you use Microsoft Office, which you might remember, a lot of people were arguing, well, you can't run Office on an iPad. Yeah, this is what they sound like in my head. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's not a real computer. You can't run Microsoft Office. Well, now you can run Microsoft Office. And if you sound like that, I'm not trying to offend you. Okay, maybe just a little. Not really. I don't mean to offend anybody out there. Today's vlog was posted, and I mentioned. And this is not gonna. I don't think it's gonna impress anybody in my community. I really don't. I've had an event that I've now. It's going into its 2nd year. Something called Vlogger Fair, which really more than anything is kind of growing into a family video extravaganza. We've got a few bigger family vloggers who are going to be coming, and that's fantastic. And I think as Vlogger Fair continues, it's probably going to cater specifically to families because, you know, my family's getting bigger, and I don't mean Diana's getting bigger, but she is getting bigger. She's pregnant. So, you know, all those comments, oh my God, Diana's getting bigger. I'm like, well, duh, she's pregnant. Do I need to, like, send half of you guys to biology class? Well, no offense, but Diana's getting bigger. Well, no, none taken. My God, have you ever seen you don't want a pregnant woman to shrink.
Or etiquette class.
Or etiquette class.
You don't tell a pregnant woman she's getting fat.
You hear me? Not even hear me. Do you hear her? So our family's expanding. We're kind of becoming that family. And so Vlogger Fair is going that direction. I'm also thinking, as I mentioned in the blog the other day, about possibly doing a geeky YouTuber event. Not Vlogger Fair. You don't have to be a geek to show up at Vlogger Fair, but just for YouTubey geeks. So I'm going to be connecting with larger geeky, nerdy, gamer, gadgeter, information entertainer, YouTube geeky, techie, nerdy people and seeing if they want to possibly participate in something if I am able to spearhead a separate type of a YouTuber event up here in Seattle. Geeks might like it. But back to the big news for Vlogger Fair. Does the name Tyler Oakley mean anything to you? Tyler Oakley. Go ahead and Bing him.
Right now.
Right now. Bing him. Bing Tyler Oakley. You have my permission. By the way, Bing doesn't pay for that product placement. They probably should. Bing is not a sponsor. But look up Tyler Oakley. If you don't know who he is, turn to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, your counterpart, your wife, your husband, your daughter, and ask, do you know who Tyler Oakley is? And if they start freaking out, you'll understand why. This guy is gigantic. I mean, he for all intents and purposes, is this generation's teen idol. Huge. He's coming to Vlogger Fair. We nailed down support. As soon as the word got out that Tyler Oakley would be coming here to Seattle to join us, registrations just took off like a rocket. I have every expectation that Vlogger Fair will do well. It'll sell out, and I hope to see you there, if only so that you can see me standing next to Tyler Oakley. I'll be known as the guy who stood next to Tyler Oakley. That's my claim to fame right there. So even if you don't know who Tyler Oakley is, big deal. Google Glass, also a big deal. If you're interested in this at all, I'm kind of past the point where I'm interested in Google Glass, if only because I'm afraid of the stigma that comes with Google Glass. Yikes. It's available in the UK now. So congratulations, all you UK glassholes. Prepare to have those ripped off your face, people asking questions, and generally being mean to you. I guess that's what happens when you wear glass in the US. I don't know, I haven't done it. I've played around with it. It's amazing. It's fun. A little expensive. I don't know, in terms of what you get. And it's not, because a $10 gadget that works like that doesn't work at all is expensive. So it's just that in terms of what you would get from it. And all I would want from Google Glass, just a camera. That's what I want. Just a mounted camera right there. I can record things, which is what everybody else doesn't want in Google Glass, right? They're afraid of the privacy. But I want that. I think it's kind of fantastic to go. And Diana's, doing something, her dance. She does a Mexican USA dance, Is that racist?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, okay, well, it's not
Fiesta.
racist. It's Fiesta. Well, hey, it's your team's playing with the balls on the field, so. The OMG today was, do you even Instagram? Take a look at that if you haven't. We are looking for your feedback. Yahoo! Not quite dead, apparently. Yes, it was booted from iOS 8's weather app. Apple's going directly to the Weather Channel through a deal where the Weather Channel is giving Apple access to more data. So why go through the middleman anymore? Yahoo, gone, at least from the weather app on iOS 8. But they've released an app for Android devices called Yahoo Aviate. This is a home screen replacement. I have not had a chance to use it yet. I've been a little busy on this Monday morning, but it may be worth a shot. It is free. Check it out. Available in the Google Play Store right now. So, I'm a huge fan of animated GIFs. Where are all the animated GIFs? I'm like doing like... And like... Okay, that looked weird. I was trying to make animated GIFs for you. You could clip out parts of the video and then make animated GIFs. So much animated GIF software out there to use. However, probably the best easiest to use animated GIF creator is GiphyCat. Or GiphyCat? GFYCAT.com. You can take a YouTube video, you plug in the URL, give it the timestamp, and it'll export an animated GIF for you. Or you can drag and drop the animated GIF because Twitter now supports animated GIFs, which is awesome. So, however you choose to use animated GIFs, I mean, I'm telling you, just make an animated GIF. I feel like I've done something wrong if I do not see an animated GIF with my face in it once a day. I miss Kevin's stuff. Kevin used to do the most amazing animated GIFs, and he suddenly passed away last year, and it was, I wouldn't go as far as to say devastating for me, but you want to talk about one of the nicest guys in the world that I've ever had the pleasure to meet. personally online. Kevin was he was amazing. One of the most talented animated GIFers I've ever known. He even helped Lamar Wilson too with animated GIFs. Great guy, great guy. I'm posting some of his stuff on a regular basis now in Twitter because it's now supporting animated GIFs. There are a few animated GIF makers available for iOS as well. As far as Android goes, I don't have any specific recommendations, but if anybody has recommendations either way, feel free to comment, which I'm sure you're going to do anyway. I thought I downloaded one to take a look at, but I guess I didn't. Oops. So, animated GIFs. A lot of fun for Chris Pirillo, hopefully for you too. Someone was asking the other day about Veracoin. They are officially now, this is a great segue, and I don't mean segue that you can ride, which I did ride at one point. You might have watched that video in the other YouTube channel. Ah, no, stop. Shh, 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 shh. It's the TV on the other side of the room. I guess it wasn't muted. I thought it was going to connect to my Mac Mini right away. I'm going to run through the list of patrons to give them credit here as I tell you a bit more about one of our top patrons, VeriCoin.info, Veracoin cryptocurrency. They are just seeding out the ability to allow you to more easily translate Bitcoin into Veracoin. So I've got my VeriCoin address in the video description, so you can send me VeriCoin right now. I've got 4,631 VeriCoin. Now that may seem like it's what's going on with this? Okay, so imagine this. One Bitcoin is worth 500 US dollars. So imagine if one VeriCoin ends up being worth $500 in US currency. That's a lot of money. And it's usually good to get going with these cryptocurrencies sooner rather than later. So in terms of getting Veracoin, they're working on different ways that you can get it because it's already been, I guess, mined. So you can pass it around. But the cool thing is, I love this about the system. I'm sitting here this weekend, and suddenly I see this a confirmation come in, and it says plus 0.1 VRC or Veracoin. And I was like, what? You can earn interest on the you have. I don't know why does it do that? I'm sorry if any patron missed their name, I'd be happy to do it again. Oh, Basherverse, by the way, one of the big Minecrafters, he's moving into the Seattle area. Here, he's close. So I'm waiting to hear back from him on what's going on with that, but I can't wait to meet him in real life either. So anyway, back to the Veracoin thing. You can pass me Veracoin, you can generate your own Veracoin. Imagine if one Veracoin was worth 100 US dollars. That'd still be a lot of money. And so there's a big value in this cryptocurrency, and the way that Veracoin is going about it is different from all these other cryptocurrencies. It seems to have the support of a lot of people who are into cryptocurrency, which, you know, brings me to really appreciate the fact that they are one of our leading patrons. And more importantly, they're going to help me better understand the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So I plan, I don't know if it's going to happen this week, but over the next few weeks, at least doing one hangout with them to kind of get into their heads to learn more about what this is about. But either way, I was shocked to see that my Veracoin, my cryptocurrency, is earning interest. So if you want to send me Veracoin, I guess Veracoin now. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to cash out. Why would I cash out? If it's starting to grow, if it's starting to build, and the value increases over time, I think it's a good time to get in. I just don't know enough about it to be able to explain to you what to do with the little thing that's in the description. You just have my key to send Veracoin to me. It's new to me, this whole Bitcoin thing, but I am absolutely fascinated, and will be watching with great interest if I can get around Diana's head. Thank you, baby. Your head looks great, by the way. I wasn't saying that your head was in the way. I was trying to see if I was earning more interest. Your name could be there. Really easy to do. Become a patron at a certain level. But happy to give you credit. More patron bonuses coming down the pike very, very soon. All right, so let's go ahead and flip back to the news. The mining VeriCoin, by the way, I've got a link to a Facebook post that I made describing a bit about it over the weekend. Via patron Christopher Micallef, a girl has made, or she gave her custom-made Stormtrooper suit, made by the 501st, to another bullied girl. A young girl, she at one point she was poked fun of by boys and girls for liking Star Wars. And that's just wrong. If you're male or female, doesn't matter. You love Star Wars, you're a friend of mine. And you can be a fan. Boys and girls can love anything. Anything they want. Anything. You know, there's no gender lines in this kind of thing at all. I mean, if you're interested in something, you're interested in something. Who cares? Who cares if you're a boy or a girl? You don't march to the beat of society's drum. Live your own life. Be happy about it. So you know what? I'm glad that this girl's story came out, even though she had to go through it. She's illustrating the fact that girls can be just as passionate about things as boys. Doesn't matter. Star Wars, Star Trek, bottle caps, technology, it doesn't matter. So she ended up kind of growing out of the Stormtrooper uniform that was built for her by the 501st. She ended up donating it to another bullied girl and kind of passed it on. And I thought that was a fantastic story. Thank you, Christopher, for sending that along. It's uplifting to know that victims of bullying can, kind of bring other people out of the darkness. And you might remember a while ago, I wanted to do it was after a girl had committed suicide. She did one of those note card things where she wrote on a card how depressed she was, and then the next day she was dead. Took her own life. And I did a YouTube video and talked about I would love to be able to create an event where we could kind of get through the story. We could get, and help people. Male, female, boy, girl, doesn't matter. Help people who are bullied get through things and make them realize they're not alone. And we may get to that point. I may see part of that dream come to fruition at Vlogger Fair this year. I'm very excited about that. It's the closest thing I've had to an event that could raise awareness and let these young men and women, young boys and girls, male, female, it's not a sex thing. It's not a gender thing. To let people know that you're not alone when it comes to bullying. And it happens all the time online. And I think just because you put your face out there on YouTube doesn't mean you're inviting judgment from people that they just want to cast it upon you. It's crazy. So, if you want to learn how to make bacon grilled cheese sandwiches, you can. Diana's got her own YouTube channel. She's got her own patron campaign. You're up to 33 patrons. You're going to pass me any day now.
I know.
She only does one video a week, but it's her choice. And so this week, her patrons got it ahead of time. How to make bacon grilled cheese sandwiches. Delicious. It was the first time she ever made it. It's a 2-minute long video. You want to learn how to do it. You want to learn how to do it Diana's way. You can. I've got the link for you in the video description. The best grilled cheese sandwich I think I've ever eaten.
Really?
I don't think I can eat a grilled cheese sandwich without bacon from this point on. It was so good, hon. Thank you. Via Patron Earl Green, an app. This might be a little scary, although I can see where it would come in handy, at least for people like me. There's an app that may allow you to text message car drivers by their license plate number. Imagine being behind someone who's just driving all over the road. Like, what the hell are you doing? To text them based on their license plate number. That would be interesting. It's a way to do inter-car communication, but there are a lot of creepy people out there who would use that to say, hey, what's going on there, sexy? I like the way you cut your bangs, Mexico wearing t-shirt girl. That's what Diana's wearing, Mexican t-shirt.
They don't know about my bangs yet.
Oh, they don't know about... Never mind. You didn't hear about Diana's bangs. No bangs. No bangs for you. Erase what I just said. I guess it's a teaser for the vlog we're recording today. So you can text message by way of license plate number. Do you think this is a good idea or a bad idea? I'm mixed. I think it's a good idea for law enforcement. In the right hands. Law enforcement. Do you know your taillight's out? Just letting you off with a warning, but I saw you talking on your cell phone. Put it down. Just kind of helping encourage better behavior, potentially. But I don't know if I would want that in everybody's hands. Although I would love to text some jackholes who don't know how to park, or the morons who don't understand the definition of compact. Okay, here's a clue. If your car is an SUV, it's not compact. Suburban vehicles are not compact, unless it's compact. There's another animated GIF for you. Via Patron Paul Bolduc, the Outernet. Now, this is fascinating. mdif.org. The Outernet is going to be a free worldwide Wi-Fi system beamed from space. No borders. Just satellites flying around giving you Wi-Fi. Free. It's the Outernet. Just imagine that. Not having to go through an ISP to get online. I mean, I think it's great to have an ISP. I like going through ISPs because I know what's going on. But public Wi-Fi kind of makes me nervous right now. Not exactly a fan of it. I would want to have some kind of VPN installed at the level at which the internet kind of came to the house and all the devices. But the Outernet is becoming a reality. I think it's a good idea. You know what? I would probably put some of my devices, the ones that I didn't really care about, I'd put them on the Outernet. Why not? Like all the home devices that I have that go through a router or whatever, I'm like, go through the Outernet. Do your internet thing. The Outernet. Forget the internet. We have the Outernet. Are you an innie or an outie? I'm an innie. Yes, in case you were wondering. But I do like outies, too. Diana is an innie. But I think Baby Pirillo is making it an outie.
Maybe sometimes they don't become outies.
Oh, sometimes they don't? Mm-hmm. Oh, you can actually go from an innie to an outie? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of freaky. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I like my innie.
So you can change.
You've changed. Firefox is not working on a Chromecast equivalent. There was a leak by someone who works with Mozilla, and he had this piece of hardware. It looked a lot like a Chromecast. They're working with a partner, apparently. It's not an official Mozilla project necessarily, but they're working with a partner to kind of have Chromecast-like functionality, which is good. Okay, cool. Another option. Firefox is kind of struggling to regain importance and value in this marketplace. Google Chrome has kind of stolen a lot of its thunder. I'm a fan of Google Chrome. I'm even using Google Drive or Google Docs right now to go through the list. By the way, if you're a patron, you can see all of these show notes ahead of time as I stack them throughout the day and then, of course, paste them into the video description afterwards. Google. Now, this is going to disappoint a lot of people out there, I realize. Not me. Google has made a huge move to ban pornography.
What?
I know, hon. Diana is addicted. This is what she does you guys want to know what she does in her spare time? She looks at photos of food porn.
Yes. Are they going to take that away too?
I don't know. It's got the word porn in it. I don't know. Just saying that Google's cracking down. Some people might not like that. I'm ambivalent. I mean, sometimes I just don't want to see stuff in my feed. And that's the kind of stuff I really don't want to see in my feed. Never really did. Remember, you're talking to the guy. I mean, I collected action figures when I was a kid, right? You know, like some people had posters of beautiful women. I know that, girls would have posters of hot guys or beautiful women, or the objectifying people. I never got into that. I like posters of Star Wars.
What's that guy's name on Baywatch?
David DeFranco.
David
Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have DeFranco on the brain.
Wasn't he like the Babe back in the day?
That's me thinking of David DeFranco. I got involved in one of his threads on Facebook because he's going to be kicking up a Patreon campaign here.
Yeah.
Very happy to see him do that. The more people we have, the more awareness is raised that your favorite content creators, trust me, everything you may think it's the truth, but just because you believe it's true doesn't necessarily make it true. Just
but that
FYI.
Just shows how passionate you guys are about what you're doing. You figure out a way
to make it happen. Yeah. That's right. Absolutely. And speaking of making it happen, I got to show this. I was shocked. Every day I do a different Q&A video. Today's Q&A video is going to be open for anybody to watch. But we've done now for patrons 43 videos that only patrons can watch. 4 new videos a week. These are patron exclusive videos. Deep dive answers on a variety of topics that you're asking me about. 43 of them. I can't believe that. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of videos. People say they want the answers to the questions, and I'm happy to answer the questions if and when I can. Today's Q&A with you and me is, if I can see this, what would you do as a new tech journalist? This is going to be a good one. And I believe, I want to say his name's, no, is it Eddie? No. It is Reese Langham. Patron Reese Langham asked this question of me, and so I'll be answering it in today's separate live video on YouTube. Do 5 of them a week. 1 of them is public. 4 of them are exclusive to patrons. And I I was never a tech journalist. Don't know if I ever would want to be, but I've got some ideas about how you could kind of get started with things. And so, I mean, it's a good time for people. If it depends on which way you want to go and how much time you have on your hands. Because that's the thing, is, you know, when you've got to spend all your time worried about how you're going to pay the bills, you got to work for somebody else, right? And you can't necessarily pay time and attention to the projects that you would rather be paying time and attention to, which is where, you know, the value of having a backer or a sponsor is insanely valuable for content creators. Although, like I said, I'm not a tech journalist, never promised to be. In fact, someone accused me this weekend of being biased, and like accusing someone of being biased is like accusing someone of being human. We all have biases. Sorry, don't know what to tell you. And this little troll kid, he was a kid, that's a picture, unless he uses pictures of kids as his Twitter profile. Ha! He didn't understand what I meant, because he just doesn't know. He just throws out the word bias, and he doesn't understand what goes behind it. And this is the problem when you're a 40-year-old man who's gone through these experiences, and you've got to talk to a 13-year-old who doesn't quite have the understanding and perspective of those experiences. And that's probably one of the more challenging things in doing things online. And it becomes very, very tedious and trying when you're trying to get a point across, and you're being very clear and very cogent, and someone else they're not quite at the same level as you are. And I don't mean age-wise. I mean in terms of thinking and processes and understanding. And, you know, Lord knows what I would have done if I was 13 years old on the internet. I probably would have been Kevin Mitnick. They would not allow me near the internet at this point. So thank God that didn't happen. So thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, becoming a patron, watching even more of our videos right now, if you care to. If not, you know, have a good day. Take care. I'm going to go record the other live video that everybody's going to be able to watch, the public one. And so you can watch that if you want, or, you know, go do other things. At this point, then, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. We'll see you later.